Okay. So I do love that you have the sun and the star both in your reading. They're both in the reverse, but they're still really positive. It's just kind of a dampened effect of the cards. So when it comes to love, when it comes to relationship, you have to ask for it. And I feel like this is what these two cards are really, needing from you, is they want to give you this person, they want to give you this relationship, but you are, instead of accepting and embracing it, you're saying, oh, well, I'm never going to find love. Oh, I don't need love. Oh, I'm happy on my own. Even though the truth is that you would like a relationship and you would like to be with someone, but you're almost scared to say that aloud. You're almost scared to say that you want relationship, in fear of getting hurt and in fear of not getting it. But this is what the universe wants to give you, but you have to be proactive about it, and you have to signal to the universe that you are willing to work for it. And so this is what the Nine of Cups and this Ten of Staves up here is asking. It's like, if you want it, is it worth working for? Do you really want to have a relationship? Do you really want to have somebody in your life? Because I can tell that you're unsatisfied. You're unsatisfied with the way things are. But it's also like you're not willing to put in the work. And for some of you guys with the Page of Cups, I do feel like you have to take care of someone. You're taking care of maybe an elderly family member or a child or even a friend, but you've been taking care of someone, and so your focus has been on other people and not on your own personal relationship. It can also be that with this Page of Cups, that's signifying you, and it's signifying that you're just not ready. You're just not ready to commit to someone. You're not ready to give them what they need because you are still trying to figure out how to get what it is that you need. All right, so with the Emperor in reverse here, and it's very, very much linked to the situation with the Page of Cups and the Sun and the Star. There's one other aspect is you're not letting go. You're not letting go of this sadness or this anchor of, I've been hurt in the past, I'm going to be hurt again kind of attitude, and I can't let that happen. I can't let that affect my family. I can't let that affect me. But you're going to have to put in the work, and you're going to have to open your heart this month, just a crack, even a tad. Seven of Pentacles, show us what you got. Show us that you want to work for it. Plant those seeds and start to, look forward to the harvest. Okay, because here with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, I really feel like you are in a great place to actually call somebody in, but you're using the excuse that you still need to, get your, excuse my language, but you need to get your shit together, and so that's kind of how you are acting in this situation, like with the Two of Pentacles. It's like, no, I can't do it. I have too much work. I have too much to do. I don't have time to go out with somebody. But that's not the truth. You actually do. And the moment that you say, yeah, you know what, I'm going to make it a priority. We have the Ten of Cups here. And so we have all this light and love, but it's you accepting it and bringing it into your world that really needs to happen. So I don't necessarily see that you find a really solid relationship this month, but what I do see is that they want to come in, and that the work that needs to happen this month for you, Cancer, is to ask for it. All right, because I feel like April is a setup for May, and May someone's coming in, and May, even the end of April, I feel like you're going to get someone. Somebody's going to walk in, and you're going to breathe oh my gosh, there they are. That's what I've been looking for. That's who I've been looking for. And in a way, it almost makes me tear up a little bit for you, Cancer, because, it's like you're going to finally realize how important relationship is to you. So let's pull the universal love cards. Physical body. Yes, you need to embody the idea of having someone in your life. You need to make it a reality within yourself first. because of you've been in, literally, I can hear you, Cancer, saying, I don't really need anyone. No, I've been hurt in the past. I really need to do some self-healing. I just don't have time for it. And so you're embodying this idea and you're spouting it out in your physical body. And so now what you really need to do is change that, because you've been kind of lying to yourself for some time. And so now it's time to let go of that lie. And it's not even that you've been lying in a vicious way. You've been lying in a self-protective way, and in a tower type way, like putting up a wall so that no one could get to you. And now you have to break that wall down and say, you know what, I'm ready. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm going to open my heart and I'm going to let love in. And so as soon as you do, look at this beautiful 10 of Cups. Someone most likely will be coming in the end of April, beginning of May. So I'm excited for May. It's like I kind of want to do your May reading right now. See what happens. All right, so single Cancers. Remember, listen to your heart and the body will follow. Until next time, much love, joy, and blessing. All right, and on to the couples reading. So I have, in the relationship, I feel like some of you guys are with air signs. So that's going to be Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And the energy with this is they're in the reverse, They're in the reverse, and so that means that there's just not... They're not working from the highest. They're not working from their high energy. In fact, I feel like they're lying to you. So I feel like even if they aren't an air sign, your partner is, in a way, they're lying about something. And I think you already know it. It's like, I think you already know what it is, and it irks you, but it's not necessarily the end all be all. Like the Tower reverse kind of energy is like, well, you knew it was coming, so you're not that surprised about it. But the issue here is that you're not listening to your intuition, Cancer. So sorry, they're doing some work outside, and it's like they're banging, banging, banging. So my apologies for that in the background. It should end pretty quickly. The Hermit in reverse is you're not listening to yourself. Same with the High Priestess in reverse. It's like, your guides and your intuition is really barking at you right now, but you're not listening to it. It's like you don't want to see the truth in a way, and you're hoping that, you're hoping for better than it really is. But this Knight of Swords energy, it's either you're going to get a message from somebody about your partner, or your partner is going to tell you something that is fabricated, or you're going to find out is not on par with the truth. But the saving grace here is with the Three of Pentacles upright. Everything else is in reverse, okay? This reading is flipped, so it looks the opposite to you, but I'm reading it as I see it from this direction over here. But with the Three of Pentacles upright, it's like this, you're going to learn your lesson so you don't have to do it again, and there are some people who are really looking out for you and are watching how you deal with this, so that they can help you in the future. But as it comes with relationship here, like over and over again, what I see is an issue coming up, an issue needing to be resolved. But the reason why it's not being resolved is you're not stepping up and saying, hey, this is what I see going on. This is the truth of the matter. Let's deal with it. I feel like your partner's kind of feeding you some tall tales, and they're not right, and it's not the truth, but you're like, well, that's what they said, so I've got to believe them, I've got to trust them, when you have proof that what they're saying is a lie. So pay attention to that, and listen to your intuition. Please don't dismiss it in April. I know you kind of want to, because it'll make the situation a lot easier to deal with, but your intuition and what your heart and your soul are saying is on point, but you just don't want to hear it. Okay, so pay attention to that. Also, the fear is what really is holding you back too. Like Four of Cups in reverse kind of fear. Like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do if I have to take any more. I don't know how this is going to work out. What's going to happen to me, if I tell my partner, hey, I know what's up. I know what you've been doing. I know what is being said about you, and I know it to be true. And you're going to make it. You're going to make it. You have to keep stepping forward. Okay, so funny. Tantric union. Okay. So, I'm actually going to read the book about this one because this came up in another reading that I did for cancers, actually. And it was questionable. It was questionable, like in this reading, like Tantric Union is like the last card I would think would pop out for you. So I'm going to actually read from the guidebook for you just so that we can see what the heck is going on. Let's see here. So Tantra is a love affair with life. Okay. That's all I really needed to hear. An awareness of the divinity within you and the honoring of the sacred and divine within another. It ignites an internal flame, a universal creative force that spirals up from deep within our being. Tantra is sexual and spiritual energy, built of complementary opposing forces that, in coming together, create wholeness. The ebb and flow of the ocean is a tantric union between the water, the moon, the air, and the earth. There is deep desire in all of us to connect spiritually and physically. If you are currently in a relationship, it will deepen as you discover previously unknown realms of love. Alternatively, a tantric union may develop purely on a spiritual and emotional basis, two souls merging through thought and feeling. Okay, so with the tantric union here, I actually kind of want you to have the union with yourself because you are quite disconnected to your truth and to how you are walking in this relationship. Also, I feel that your partner and you are very close and are very connected. And this is just a hurdle, a bump that is happening. And so remember that you are connected. Remember the union. Even come together in union so that you can remind yourself and your partner what it is that you love about each other and what it is that you bring to the table for this relationship. Therefore, once you guys know this, even through the lies and the murk that are happening, you can get through it knowing that your love is strong enough, knowing that your bond is strong enough to have patience to build and rebuild the respect that may have been lost. Okay. Cancer, you're having a tough time letting go of something. And I feel like it's not even really there. It's something that happened a long time ago, but you're hoping it comes back. And you're hoping that you can have another chance or another go at it. And it's not coming back, Cancer. Okay? It's not. This love is not coming back. And it's interesting that the Lovers and the Illusion is right next to each other, and they're both in the reverse. It looks upright to you, but I read it from down here up. All right, so having those right next to each other, if you see, they're very similar cards. All right, two people chained, bound to each other in certain regards, either in illusion or in love. And so both of them are in the reverse. So it's like the relationship is not happening and the obsession over them doesn't need to continue. And I do feel like it's the person that who you're kind of obsessing over, or the situation that you are obsessing over is awesome and great, and I could see why you would want to. But they're not yours anymore. And it's like this letting go process is just killing you and torturous. And it's time to walk away. And it's like you're having a tough time walking away from them, walking away from this job, walking away from this situation that you so want to begin. But it's not going to happen. And what's tearing me up in this reading is this 9 of Cups right here. All right, because you could have everything you want if you let go of the illusion of what you feel like you need. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you could have what you want if you let go of this idea of who or what you think you need. You don't need that. You could get what you want. You could get that love. You could get that fulfillment, but not through that venue, not through that vein. And so it's like you've created this personal jail for yourself that, like, I'll never get what I want. I'll never be in relationship. I'll never have that job I want because I didn't get that one situation. Because it didn't actually happen then. And that's not true. It's just simply not true. And as soon as you let go of that person, as soon as you let go of that idea of what your life should be, you will get what you want. You will get that satisfaction. And it's like this interesting situation because we have these two people up here, the King of Pentacles, which is upright, and the Queen of Swords, who's in the reverse. But you know what I feel like? In a way, I feel like you are actually that Queen of Swords, even though it's an air sign. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. And it could be somebody else, of course. But I feel like you are the self-deprecating person in your life, that you are the reason why, you are cutting yourself. Stop cutting yourself. Stop being your worst enemy, and it could be somebody else. And it could, you know what? This person right here in the reverse, they're gone, but you're still holding on to every word that they have said. And it could have been 5 years ago. It could have been 10 years ago. It could have been when you were a child. But you have held on to their lies and their painful words, their abuse. You have carried it into who you are now. Walk away from it. Walk away. They no longer are needed. They have sliced and diced your heart, your mind, your soul, and now you are suturing it up slowly. And good for you, Cancer. Good for you doing that work that because of the pain and the suffering somebody else has bestowed upon you. But keep doing that work so that you can have your awakening, and it is so close. May, May. In May, you're going to have an epiphany. You're going to have an aha, okay, yeah. All right, I see I see my work. I see where I am. I don't need this King of Discs. I don't need this earth sign to make me successful. I don't need this earth situation to make me successful. I am successful in my own right. And that's what this Nine of Cups is symbolizing. This Nine of Cups is symbolizing the renewal, the truth, the luck, the beauty that is truly there and waiting for you to hold. But you have to let go of the ball and chain of your past. And the idea of like this love, like this unrequited love. I'm going to pull an angel card for you. Sacral chakra. Yep. I have a couple friends who are working on their sacral chakra right now. Let me read it. You are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed food, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. Okay. Did you hear that last part? Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships.